If you're a quilter, I guarantee you need one of these. Hi friends, Tracy here from the Sewing Channel. Welcome back, and if you're new here, you're in for a treat. Not only do I have a secret today, I'm going to share my trunk show of every quilt that's in my house today. Enough talking already. Let the show begin. Before we get to this secret, let's take a look around me right now. If you look up here in this corner, you can see a reflection in the mirror of what's on the other side of this room. And it's my very first puff quilt tutorial that I did. I absolutely love this quilt. I showcase this one 100% of the time year round because it's just so cute. Even though it has Christmas fabric in it, I still like to keep it out. Strawberry gingham quilt. And I do have a free pattern for this linked down below if you're interested. I adore this quilt. I pull it out when it's summer or spring, summer, you know, around there. And it just looks so cute hanging up. Yeah, that's my strawberry gingham quilt. A lot of you ended up taking the challenge on the strawberry gingham quilt and you made your own version of it, and I ended up making a whole video on that showcasing all of your quilts. That was so much fun for me to do. This one was my chop quilt. It does have wool batting in it, and I did bind it with Minky, and it has a checkered flannel on the back. And this one, I just took a bunch of fat quarters and just chopped them up, and I do have a tutorial on that as well. This is like memory lane. This one here, oh, this is one of my faves right here. This is my pretty quilt, I called it. It just was a bunch of 4 patches with this darling print from, I forget the name. Sophie, I think is the name of this print. And it does have a Minky buffalo check on the back done in pink and white. One of my faves right there. It's so snuggly, really. When you come in by the entryway over here, you can see my rose garden quilt that I did with Raw Edge Quilting, and that is a fan favorite, I know. That one is so cute and so soft. Now the other one next to it was my scrum quilt, and that one I absolutely love. I put gauze on the back of it, and it just turned out so soft and so cute. A lot of times that is the one that I'll grab if I'm just hanging out and just need something to cuddle with if I'm chilly. Don't forget, we still have our secret coming. This one right here that's behind me, this is my Stars and Stripes flag quilt. This one I believe is also a free tutorial and free pattern on my channel. This one was so much fun to make because it used up a ton of scraps. I feel like I needed more red and blue scraps after I was done with this quilt. You all know how it is, right? Oh, this quilt right here. This was just one that challenged me, but I fought through the challenge and it just came out exactly how I had envisioned it. It is my big circle color wheel scrappy quilt, where I used a lot, I mean a ton of my scraps to make this one. And it does have Minky on it, and I did a flange binding all the way around with Minky and that slanted stripe. Oh my word, it just turned out so good. And I also did that geometric graffiti free motion quilting on it, which was just a bunch of jagged quilting, which made it nice because you didn't have to do any circular motions with the free motion. It was nice. This one back here is my Quilt As You Go scrappy quilt, and I chose the colors red and aqua in this one, and I just love those two colors together. I did a flannel on the back. Yep, there's a flannel there, and I did, was it a wraparound binding? Looks like I did a, no, I did not do a wrapper. I did a separate binding, but it still is the same backing on it. On this one in particular, I practiced a ton of my micro free motion quilting on this quilt, where I just took these tiny square blocks and I just did tiny things in them, like hearts or zigzags or whatever. I mean, it was just a good quilt to practice on for sure. This one. this one right here. This is my ultimate, oh, I don't want to hit my microphone. This quilt is my ultimate favorite quilt right now. Anyways, there's always a favorite in rotation, right? This is my linen high frequency quilt that I did a tutorial on when I talked about the frequencies of fabric and whatnot. And so there is a tutorial on this quilt, and it's just a scrappy quilt made with clothes that I found at the Goodwill. But the key here was that all of the clothes had to be 100% linen. And then I used a cotton batting inside, and then I free motion quilted it. And it's just so like fluid and snuggly. I can't even begin to tell you. It just drapes on your body perfectly. I also took the pockets off of some of the clothing and added little things in, and I took the, where is it? The 100% linen tags off and actually sewed them in on the quilt itself so that if anyone picked this up, they were going to know that this was 100% linen. Although the cotton batting inside isn't linen, but it's still 100% cotton. There's no polyester, scrim, or anything on that cotton. It's all natural. This one is definitely my favorite quilt out of all these quilts to actually lay with anyways. I have to tell you though, there is a quilt that's not out here, but it's in the other room, and it's my husband's Christmas quilt that I made for him out of flannel shirts that I got at the Goodwill, and I put his favorite book sayings all over there on his chair. So now let's get to this secret. Now I know you all are pretty smart, and I can just imagine that you know what this is already. Am I right? When I saw this on Amazon, I was like, oh yeah, I have to get this. This comes hollowed out. So that means you get to stuff whatever you want in this cube, or they have round ones too. They have all kinds to choose from. I will link it all below. There's a zipper on the bottom. Now, mind you, we're going to count these quilts too, because I have no clue how many quilts I have stored in here. So what I did to keep the sides and the top and the bottom all straight was this pink foam board that I got at like Home Depot. I had some from making a design board in my sewing room. So that's all this is. You can use any board to help keep you sturdy because it does come kind of flimsy. Ooh, let's get my favorite quilt off the floor. The first quilt that I see here, and I'm gonna have to pack this all in too, so hit that subscribe button and like this video since I gotta do all this manual labor, right? Where is he? Or her? Ooh! This is Hey Boo, and she is my Halloween quilt from last fall. She's got flannel, and she's nuggy, and I think she has wool batting too. So that is Hey Boo. This one is my Hexie quilt. Which way does it go? Oh no, I forget. This is my Hexie quilt. Now, mind you, I have tutorials on all of these. I will link a playlist with all of these quilts all in one playlist so that you can go one by one and, you know, look at them and see if you'd like to make one. So this on the back was a vintage sheet that I had found from JCPenney's at the Goodwill. It was still in the package. And I thought, ooh, it's got the orange on it. It'll be perfect for this quilt with these orangey color hexies and whatnot. Yeah. Okay, this one is my crumb cake quilt. I just love this quilt. I love all my quilts. I don't know. Do you feel an attachment to your quilts too? Oh, let's see. Which way is the top? Oh, I think this is the top. This was done in Clothworks fabric, and it does have a gauze backing on it, which I adore. It makes it so soft. And if you look at it from the back, I don't know if you can see from the light, it almost gives it that stained glass look. Oh, so pretty. So nuggy. And again, full tutorial. Okay, this is my first quilt that I ever free motion quilted, and it's a quilt as you go. There is no tutorial on this one, except I did do a work in progress or whatever those are called, where I ended up finishing up all of the borders. So I do have that online. And then here's the back. And this is my daughter's quilt for when she comes home from college. I even still have quilts downstairs, like the citrus quilt and the blue quilt. And I'll pop some pictures here because I ain't going down there to get them. But they're in my daughter's room for when she comes home from college here. She graduates this May. So yeah. Just so many quilts, friends. I don't know. This one, I forget. I think I got, no, what was it? I forget why I made this one. I think just because. A little baby quilt. Just was having fun or something one day. Oh yeah, this is one of my latest makes right here. This is my strawberry puff quilt that I made with real cotton from a cotton farm. And oh, is it nuggy. Oh my goodness, it is so comfortable. But there's that one. I love this one. It's kind of heavy. Here is the second puff quilt that I made, or the third. I can't remember. I think it's the third. And this was all the red and white. And I do have a full tutorial on this because I ended up making bigger blocks on this one. So yeah, love it. Oh my goodness. This is my half square triangle quilt made with red gauze on the back. I don't know which way's up, I don't know. But there's that one. And then there's some red gauze. Ooh, is it nuggy? This is one that I made when I first got my Juki. There's no batting in it or anything. I had this free charm pack from somewhere, and I thought, oh, this would be pretty for this. And then it just has like a yellow minky on the back. This is my scalloped quilt. There is no tutorial on this. There is just on how to make the scallops, but not, I don't have like a pattern or anything for the scrappy part. So pretty. This is one that I love too. This is one of my first free motion quilting quilts. I did scrappy in the center. I did a lot of free motion quilting on this one in the big borders and such. Hopefully you can see this. Hopefully I won't have to refilm all this. And then when my granddaughter Josephine comes over, she grabs for this one. This is her birthday quilt with the heart on it. I do have a tutorial and pattern online for this. Love the heart. She loves hearts because she was born on Valentine's Day. So yeah. So I don't know. How many quilts was that? Holy cow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Wow. 12. Oh, wow. I have 12 quilts in this cube. Definitely worth it to store your quilts so they don't get dirty. And hey, it doubles as a seat and a footrest. Now, some of you might be like, but I don't want people putting my feet on my quilts. Well, they're not really. I mean, you know, there's a barrier there. Come on, friends. If you want to get your hands on one of these cubes, the links will be below. I could totally probably go to my daughter's house right now and we could go through this many quilts at her house too. I just have quilts everywhere, friends. Click the playlist on your screen right now. I've listed every single quilt video that I have on any of these quilts in that playlist. Until next time on the Sewing Channel, take care.